There are many soldier families here in Maryland who are watching the airstrikes with eyes glued to the TV set. One family in particular has gone through this before and knows the fear of war. 11 News reporter Jennifer Cosnavas talked with the family today. She joins us live from Federal Hill tonight. Jennifer?
Well, tonight, after all this has happened, we take a look at the people who are affected by this. We take a look at those who are putting their life on the line, their families, and what they're going through during this very tough time. Navy Petty Officer Darnell Dixon Jr., originally from Owings Mills, is on the USS Enterprise in the Persian Gulf as we speak. Not the best place to be after yesterday's attack.
Worried about him? No, I'm not. I think he's being on the Enterprise. He's very safe on board that ship. They have a lot of weapon capabilities that will prevent the ship from being in harm's way.
Darnell Sr. was a military man, so he and his family are used to handling these situations. But for 13-year-old Rachel Dixon, it still doesn't make it any easier.
I just hope nothing really goes wrong because I'll miss him. I really miss him right now. He's away and everything, and I just hope he comes back safe.
Barbara Clappett can sympathize with the Dixons. Her one son, Bryce, is in the military now, and her other son, Brian, was in Desert Storm.
I love my sons very deeply. However, I also have learned to trust in the Lord for their welfare and their safekeeping.
And for her son, Brian, he can relate his experiences from Desert Storm.
The only way I can equate it to people to understand, it's like prison, except you're free. You know, I mean, you really can't go anywhere because you're on a boat. You see the same people every day.
Well, as you can see, most of the people we talk to are pretty strong. They are used to this, but of course, there's always room for concern. Reporting live from downtown, Jennifer Cosnavas, WBAL 11 News.
Port Discovery's Children's Museum will be open to the public next week. Tonight, some city leaders are getting a preview. 11 News reporter Jennifer Cosnavas joins us live from the museum with more. Jennifer?
Well, Donna and Verge, the building where the old fish market used to be is now going to be a children's museum. The Port Discovery facility is now in the works, and today we had a chance to see what's up and coming. Construction crews hammer away for the grand opening of the Port Discovery Children's Museum in downtown, scheduled to open its doors to the public in 3 weeks. Beatrice Taylor, Director of Programs, says this type of facility is what Baltimore needs.
We found that children and families are saying that they don't have enough quality time together. And this is a place that they can come where kids can be interested in the things they're doing in here and families as well.
The building is 80,000 square feet filled with all kinds of exhibits to keep children's heads spinning and help them learn without them knowing it.
What I think is great about Port Discovery is kids don't necessarily know that they're going to be learning when they come in here. And I think that for a lot of kids, formal education doesn't work or doesn't pull the kids in easily.
And until the end of December, the museum will be open by invitation only, but Beth Benner offered to give us a sneak peek of one of the featured exhibits.
We're now about to enter Egypt in the 1920s. So come with me through the time tunnel. In here, they're looking for clues to find the ancient pharaoh's throne name.
And even though I got a little spooked on my visit, the museum is a safe environment for kids.
And I've seen the impact that children's museums can have on children's lives. There are some kids around the nation who've grown up in children's museums.
Kids won't be the only ones to benefit after it opens. The museum is expected to help the area grow.
A lot of times you need nonprofit organizations such as Port Discovery to go out and to kind of be the leader in an area.
Now, the museum will be open to the public December 29th. Admission will be as follows: $10 for adults, $7.50 for children, and if you are a child under 3, it will be free. Like I said, there will be events going on here until the 29th, but they are by invitation only. In fact, there's a gala going on here. It's going to be starting in just a few minutes, and what we hear is Montel Williams is scheduled to be the MC. But for now, reporting live downtown, I'm Jennifer Cosnavas, WBAL 11 News.
Early this morning, fire ripped through their row home on North Smallwood Street. 2 people were rushed to the hospital after barely escaping with their lives. 11 News reporter Jennifer Cosnavas is live in West Baltimore with the story. Jennifer?
A tragic story on this day before the New Year. As you can actually see behind me, pretty much most of the home are destroyed. In fact, one woman lost her entire home and everything in it, and right now she just wants to recover and move on.
I don't know what to do.
All Robin Carter has left of her house are memories.
As she walks through the charred shell of what was her home just this morning, she recalls the fire which destroyed everything. But on the brighter side, she still has her family.
Like split seconds, the house was engulfed. It was like that, everything was going. At least I still have a job, and my son's still working. My mom's okay, and we're all safe. Material things we will get back. I just bless everybody that's been there.
And everyone was there this morning as soon as they got word. A big concern was Robin's mother, who was confined to a wheelchair.
And her room was engulfed in fire, pretty much, so I just grabbed her by the feet and dragged her out through the back because I couldn't go through the front.
And with help from the fire department and other agencies, everyone got out safely. And now it's time to rebuild.
Sad. I got good family. I had good friends.
Throughout the day, friends and family never left her side. They say they are going to be there to help her pick up the pieces.
And you got to start all over from scratch. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be hard, but I'll try to make it as easy for as I can because I'm going to take all of them with me and my husband. Her brother is my husband, so family got to stick together.
There's no definite cause determined yet. Robin Carter told me, though, she's had some problems with her furnace. She says many a night they would have to use the oven to heat their home. Now, she didn't say this was the definite cause, but it certainly is a possibility. Reporting live in West Baltimore, Jennifer Casnavas, WBAL 11 News.
Methane gas continues to leach to the surface at a Howard County community. The builders apparently constructed houses on top of a trash dump, and now residents want something done about it. 11 News reporter Jennifer Casnavas joins us from Howard County with more. Jennifer?
Well, Donna and Verge, for the past few months, residents of the Calvert Ridge community in Elkridge have had to live with the fact that their homes are on a landfill. But tonight, residents are fighting back.
The Angelettis have had their methane detectors go off twice, and now they say they've had enough.
It's devastating. I cannot continue to live this way. I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm shaking, the anxiety, the stress. Twice in the last 2 weeks, this methane detector, 2 different methane detectors in my home have gone off.
So they, along with the rest of the community, have filed suit against the builders, Ryan Homes and Nantucket Island Homes.
The purpose of the statute is to force people who are responsible to clean up solid waste that causes an imminent and substantial endangerment to the surrounding neighborhood.
The builders have tried to fix the problem and continue to do so, but according to attorneys, it's not sufficient.
What we're going to require is not a Band-Aid. That's a Band-Aid that you're seeing in the background.
This is a garbage dump. We're standing on a garbage dump, too. It's not just over there where they're excavating.
But for people like the Angelettis, the real damage done is to their families.
How do you tell your kids not to be afraid when you're scared to death inside? And they can definitely sense that.
Now, as far as damages, lawyers say they will seek compensation. At the press conference today, attorneys said just to pick a number and add a bunch of zeros to it. But for now, reporting live in Howard County, Jennifer Casnavas, WBAL 11 News.
An East Baltimore family is thankful just to be alive. This morning, fire broke out inside their home. 11 News reporter Jennifer Casnavas joins us now live from East Baltimore with this story. Jennifer, what happened?
Well, basically, neighbors tell us that Marianne Geyser and her young son David were in their house right here on North Porch Street when it caught fire early this morning. Luckily, there were people around to call 911 to get help quickly.
On a day where everyone should be celebrating, 2 East Baltimore residents, a young boy and his mother, lie in a hospital after a fire destroyed part of their home. The fire was contained to the 2nd floor. Neighbors can't believe this happened, especially today.
It's a sad, to see that happen to anybody, whether, and then on a Christmas morning, really damper Christmas.
Janet Cooper lives across the street. She was the first person to smell smoke. After she realized what was going on, she immediately rushed to help.
We went over to the door and was knocking at the door and trying to see if anybody was in, and then I just instantly yelled, call 911.
Another neighbor and her father heard the screams and called right away.
I'll put it this way, the look on that fireman's face when he brought that kid out, something I'm never going to forget.
The fire stayed on the 2nd floor of the house, but did manage to spread to one of the neighbors' homes, causing minor damage. They're thankful that no one was hurt.
So I just take it in stride and thank God my family's all right, and we can still celebrate Christmas. I was frightened. No, it's just, I thank God that my grandmother was there, my guardian angel.
The mother is at Johns Hopkins tonight, and the son is at Bayview. They are both now listed in critical condition. As far as the cause, well, they don't really have anything right now. There are rumors that it may have started with a mattress, but there has been no positive determination. But for now, reporting live in East Baltimore, Jennifer Casnavas, WBAL 11 News.